I wanted to start with what's happening
got
on
about 2
Capitol Hill.
seconds.
Okay, on Capitol Hill, you know, a lot of members of Congress are talking about legislation to allow states some more flexibility in terms of marijuana laws. Do you think the nation should replicate what happened in Colorado on marijuana policy?
I think it's probably too early to say that the nation should adopt it. I mean, this is an experiment, right? No one's ever done this before. It's very early in that experiment, but there are some encouraging signs, right? We have at least anecdotal stories that there are less drug dealers out there. Certainly the old system was a mess. You know, I do hope that the federal government will let us continue the experiment.
Now, also I wanted to ask you about the sanctuary cities issue. Trump wants to pull funding from cities. Denver would be affected. What do you think about that? Are you going to continue to allow those cities, like Denver and Aurora, to be sanctuary cities?
Well, these are home rule cities, so the state doesn't control how they do their public safety. And there are Supreme Court cases that have come out strongly. Justice Scalia, strong opinion saying that the federal government cannot compel local municipalities to participate in federal programs such as immigration enforcement. So these cities, I think the key to recognize is that Denver, if someone's a criminal, right, if they've committed a violent crime, they're a member of a gang or something like that, and they don't have papers, not only do they arrest them, they do detain them, they inform ICE, and then they work aggressively to make sure they're deported. So the criminals that we should be focusing on are being focused on. So the question really is, who's the next level? Who is the federal government asking us to go after, go into their homes, remove these, break up families? I mean, that's a very disruptive thing for a community, and the relationship between low-income communities and the police force, their local police force, that's a very important relationship. That's how they catch bad guys, is informants. And informants, if they don't trust the police, they're not going to, even if they were an eyewitness to a crime, they'll be less likely to come forward and give that evidence. That's a bad situation, right? So our focus, we want to make sure that our cities are more safe, not less.